Maple debut. Tatum, you want to be on the YouTubes? Oh, big. These are my babies. Oh. Wow, 6 pounds and 60 pounds. Very different. What is up, you guys? It is Monday, May 2nd. Popping on here. I did try to film this a little bit earlier today, but I didn't get, I didn't get the opportunity to finish. Kind of just going over my check-in from this morning. So I'm going to do that with you guys. You did just recently see the video of me taking my progress pictures this morning, and it is just so crazy how much your body changes. But we are officially 10 weeks out today, or we were 10 weeks out officially on Saturday, like last Saturday. So I am just, yeah, so excited, feeling good. This last week, I would absolutely say that hunger started setting in, and I'm starting to ride the hunger roller coaster kind of every day. So I'm trying to really spread out my food mindfully, because if I give myself probably more than like 2 hours in between fueling, my body uses that food so fast. So I'm just, yeah, timing out everything, but I will go through my check-in and kind of explain before I jump the gun. I will go ahead and put my progress pictures on the screen for you so you can see them. We are in my check-ins. We're changing one thing now that we are moving further closer to show day, is that I am going to be comparing from week to week progress photos versus up until this point we were comparing to 16 weeks out, in comparison to like our most current check-in. But now, like, I will have today's pictures next to my pictures that I take next week, so we can see the progress that happens from week to week. But to give you the rundown, so last week I was 146.4, this week I was 146.0 on the dot. Yeah, it was crazy. I weigh myself twice every time just to make sure that it is correct. And yeah, it came up 146 on the money both times. I'm currently still on meal plan, and my fasted glucose was 74, which is actually like pretty low. Not low, but just like in the lower range. I would say outside of prep, my normal was like between like 87 and like 94, something like that. So we are a little bit low, but that is totally normal. Same thing with resting heart rate. So as your body and your metabolism start to slow down, your functions also start to slow down a little bit. So my resting heart rate was 56 this morning, and I would say usually I'm somewhere between like 65 and 70. So definitely slowing my heart rate down a little bit as well. And yeah, overall felt really good. I implemented new GI supplements last week, as you saw. So I added glutamine and fiber to my pre-existing daily greens and GI Plus, so I can have some regularity, because again, in addition to like your heart rate, when your metabolism slows down, also the absorption of your food tries to become more efficient, so you tend to kind of slow down in your GI. So that's why a lot of bodybuilders take GI supplements. And then I also did double my dosage last week of yohimbine, which is a fat burner. Instead of 5 milligrams, I'm taking 10 milligrams. So my cardio sessions are super sweaty. If you remember from a couple weeks back, essentially fat burners are just like caffeine tablets. So they just help you get to that heart rate faster, more efficiently. So during fasted cardio, I sweat so bad. But yeah, so only thing that's changing this week is my cardio is up from 45 minutes to 55 minutes, and my food stays the same. I am so elated with that news. I love my food. I literally would much rather do like so much cardio than lose my food. And all of my food tastes really good right now. I feel very satiated. in the sense of, I mean, I use it really fast, but like I can make all my food taste really good. And yeah, so I'm feeling really, really happy with that. But that 55 minutes is going to be a grind 6 days a week, especially this weekend. I am traveling. I'm going to my grandfather and my grandmother's memorial. I don't think I talked about this on my YouTube, but my grandfather did pass away a couple weeks ago. And so they're officially burying both my grandmother and my grandfather. They were cremated, and so they wanted to be buried together. So I'm going to that memorial this weekend by myself. So I'll be able to show you guys how I do all of this on the road, going up north to Upper Michigan and like the border of Wisconsin. And I did find a gym up there, crazy enough, and it worked out perfectly that Friday I have my big leg day, and then I get 2 full rest days off, which is Saturday and Sunday, but I still have to do cardio. So gonna head to the Manitowoc Waters Athletic Club. So excited to try out a new gym. But yeah, Meg and I are super excited. I did open up to her about how this weekend, I think there is definitely waves of imposter syndrome that come in during prep, where you're like, I feel like I'm not where I need to be, and like you're going on Instagram and you're seeing all these people and these highlight reels. And so I just opened up to her and I was like, hey, like I did have moments of imposter syndrome this week, of like fearing that I'm not where I need to be, even though like I've been reassured that we're exactly where we need to be, and like even ahead of the game in some of my last few check-ins. And so I just, I told Meg, I was like, I 1000% believe in us, and I'm just going to be leaning on the fact of that I 100% trust Meg with my protocol, and to kind of step away from scrolling on Instagram and just letting that stuff get into my head. And she just reminded me that we are going to bring the best package that we can, and we're doing everything that we need to be doing right now. So just stay in that tunnel vision. So staying in that, and yeah, just very excited. I'm already excited for my next check-in next week. So I'm feeling really good about this week's workouts. Today is my second rest day of 2 rest days off. And yeah, then I have quads and upper body on Tuesday and Wednesday. So I'll take you guys along for that, but I'm gonna make some food and I will pick you guys up a little bit later. Bye.
All right, y'all, it is Monday, May 9th, and we are still in this video. I'm so sorry. This weekend just completely flipped upside down and I didn't get any more film from what you saw in the previous videos. Hopefully I have enough content to make somewhat of an okay video from this last week, but honestly, after like Thursday, maybe even Wednesday of last week, my week was just craziness, pure craziness. My Thursday was insane and my Friday was insane, and our plans on Friday actually fell through, and so I was able to drive up to Michigan on Friday afternoon for my grandfather's funeral, which was, you know, like any funeral, it was very stressful and very emotional, and there was a lot of things going on behind the scenes that I brought my camera and I want to show you guys so much of different videos and, you know, how I, am on prep and how I'm traveling and bringing my food and everything. But to be completely honest with you, my head and my heart were just not there. And so thank you so much for respecting that decision to not film that stuff. It was a very long weekend with family, but, sometimes that stuff just happens. But on Friday, before I left town, I actually want to talk about something that's really exciting, which I actually finished my tattoos, or my intended tattoos, for this year on Friday. If you already saw on my stories before, I started two of the tattoos about 2 or 3 weeks ago, and then I did get them finished this last Friday. I will go ahead and explain all of the tattoos that I got in these last couple sessions, why I got them, what they are, all that good stuff a little bit further, because I think, it's just give you guys a little bit of a tattoo tour. But my first tattoo that I'll start off with is my wristlet tattoo. So my favorite poet in the world is Maya Angelou. It has been since I was in the 8th grade. Shout out Miss Pedriana. She had these huge, our art teacher in 8th grade had these gigantic Russian doll, paper mache Russian dolls in her classroom, and one of the paper mache Russian dolls was completely dedicated to the poet Maya Angelou. And one of the poems that was on there was actually Still I Rise, and my 3 wristlets are Still I Rise and Phenomenal Woman, which is another poem that I absolutely adore from Maya Angelou. But the first one, Still I Rise, is like my favorite poem in the world, and the one line that was on the paper mache Russian doll that I can still recall to this day is, "You may trod me in the very dirt, but still like dust I'll rise." And that stuck with me my whole life, and just talking about resilience, and I think about that quote and that poem very frequently, so it has stuck with me for a lot of my life. And then Phenomenal Woman is the last two, and the way that Maya Angelou does finish the poem Phenomenal Woman, she goes, "Phenomenal woman, that's me." And so on the inside of that wristlet I have "That's me," and so it's a full wristlet around there. Probably going to be my only upper body tattoo. I like the delicateness of it. I never wear jewelry, so it's kind of a fun middle ground. Now my calf tattoos. So the first one, that probably my biggest, most exciting one, is my muscular 1940s based neo-traditional pinup. So I told my tattoo artist, which I didn't even say this, I went to Campus Ink in Madison and had Isabella Inks do my tattoo. Now she's Isabella Inks on Instagram. I have no idea what her last name is, but Isabella is amazing. She was super delicate, super detail oriented, and she actually drew everything up. It was wonderful. Really great experience. I will be going back to her for future tattoos. But my neo-traditional pinup, I basically told Isabella I want a tattoo that encompasses a mixture of Marilyn Monroe and Rosie the Riveter, just two icons that I have absolutely adored my whole life. I have always been obsessed with the 1940s, just like that era and just the glamour of it all, but also like just these badass women who are both representations of sexy and independent. And then I wanted her to be a muscular pinup, so I added a little bit of juice to her and giving her a little bit of muscle. And my whole tattoo is fitness and floral themed, so I already have a bouquet of flowers in the back of my calf that is... Okay, I got cut off in that last video, but your girl bought another memory card, so I have all the memory in the world. But, so I was talking about my last tattoo, which are my chemical symbols. And so if you didn't already know this about me, I actually have a bachelor's degree in nuclear medicine with a minor in biology. So when I was in college, I had a ton of physics and chemistry in my degree, right, that like I was just dealing with chemical symbols and radioactive substances and all of that my whole college career into my internship, kind of within college but outside of college. I can go, if you don't already know that or you want to hear more about that story, I can tell that in another video. But I should be a nuclear medicine technologist right now, but I am not. When I was an intern as a nuke med tech, I got a part-time job at a gym. Shout out to the Wisconsin Athletic Club in Wauwatosa, Wisconsin. That's where I had my first personal training job opportunity, and I worked there very, very part-time, but that was such an influential job position that kind of pushed me into fitness. And so once I graduated, I was so in love with working in the gym and being a personal trainer and working in fitness that I decided to transition into fitness full-time. So to encompass my old life or old job or potential job with nuclear medicine, while combining kind of that same theme with fitness and now being full-time as a coach, I got the chemical symbols of adrenaline, serotonin, and dopamine, which are all of the endorphins, the happy hormones that are released when you train. And I got them with floral accents, of course, to kind of tie in everything with the tattoo, but I absolutely adore all of the tattoos. That one especially turned out so, so good. We actually blew it up a lot bigger than we intended, and it looks so good. I am so, so happy with it. But yeah, and then just to round it out, I have a tattoo with my mom on the inside of my ankle, to talk about all my calf tattoos or my right leg tattoos. I have a tattoo of a heart with a semicolon in it with my mom as my mother-daughter tattoo to represent our relationship. And again, that's another thing that I can talk about in the future if you would like. But yeah, that is my whole tattoo tour. I'm going to end the video here because I have to start the next week's video for What is up, you guys? It is Sunday. Woo! What a weird week. I think you guys are like shaking from my engine. Sorry. But oh my gosh, this week really got away from me, and what suffered the most was my vlog. So I'm going to combine this video and my 10 weeks out video. So it's 9 weeks out and 10 weeks out, just because, yeah, I'm very, very fortunate that I did have quite a few girlies reach out to me to start doing some in-person and virtual training this week. And so I was just on the phone, bebopping around. I just didn't have enough time to pick up my camera, which genuinely is not much of an excuse, but it is what I have. So it is Sunday May 15th, which is crazy, halfway through the month, and as of yesterday we are officially 8 weeks out. I am feeling lean, holy crap. Definitely the leanest that I've ever been, which is kind of cool. I'll be able to kind of show you guys at least somewhat of a physique update. I think I'm gonna do some posing at the gym because I just worked from 9 in the morning this morning. It's 4 p.m. now, so I literally worked through the entire day. Just ate my pre-workout meal. I have like 1,300 steps on today, so I'm going to walk until I hit like 8,000 steps, and then I'm going to have my intra training carbs, train quads and glutes, and then I usually after my workout will have like 1,000 steps or something like that, or maybe 500 steps, and I'm gonna go grocery shopping. Probably not going to take a whole lot of training videos, just so I save my memory card so I can bring you guys to Whole Foods with me, so you guys can kind of see how I'm preparing for the week and stuff. I did find some really good protein alternatives that I've been loving from Whole Foods lately that I think you guys will enjoy to see. I'm having a little bit of an energy drink. I'm breaking my pact with myself to not have like energy drinks after 4 p.m. But today we need it, and these Zevia 0 calorie energy drinks are pretty decent. I think this is my favorite flavor. Yeah, mango ginger. It's really good. Has 120 milligrams of caffeine. I've only had 1 cup of coffee, so I'm approximately 200 milligrams of caffeine today, so nothing too crazy. I usually am about 300, says I usually have 2 cups of coffee a day. But I'm gonna quit blabbing. We're going to go to the gym, get our steppies in, and I will take you guys along with me, and I will see you there.